Yo, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? It's your man's DJ Key Product, the Chicago mixtape supplier. Back with another one. That's right. I'm back with another one. Yes, it's Monday. It's a new week. We finna get it cracking over here on the Keys Network. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell so every time I drop some new work, you know what's going on. All right, look, going right in. Jay-Z. Jay-Z thing is making his rounds on the internet right now. Um, old clip of him talking about lending money to his cousin or something. It was like that resurfaced, and it really wasn't him talking about lending his cousin some money. It was more of like a scenario of like, what if what would I do in this particular situation? So basically, a lot of people are dragging Jay-Z because he said he wouldn't lend the money to his cousin. Mind you, this is just a scenario. This is not something that's actually going on currently or something that has happened in the past. This is just a scenario, a what would you do type of deal. And so it kind of made me kind of think about certain situations I've been in with family as well as friends. I've been asked on a lot of occasions, man, Keys, can you let me hold 20? Can I borrow this amount of money? The most money I've ever loaned anybody was $1,000. I'm gonna just put that out there. The most money I've ever loaned anybody, and this was a family member. The most money I've ever loaned was $1,000. Now, in my experience, I got the money back. I got the money back. The family member was good for it, so they got me right. And then there was another family member that asked me. It was like something minor. It was like a little $25 thing. Like a little $25. Got that back by the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it came to like my particular family, when it came to like loaning money amongst between me and that particular family member, I always got it back. But not everybody. It's not as easy as it is for everybody else. So a lot of people went online and said, "Well, Jay-Z, he got it." The amount was for $4,800. Once again, this was just a scenario. This is not a real situation. He's like, $4,800. I probably wouldn't give him the money. And so a lot of people were like, "Well, he got it. It's kind of messed up. He wouldn't give his cousin the money, and this is the and the third." And a lot of people was thinking this was a real situation, but it's not. It's a scenario. I can't stress it enough. It's a scenario, but it got me to thinking. What I would do in that situation. Now, with me loaning to family has always, I've always gotten it back. It's always been a good experience. I don't want to jinx anything because there might be another time where a family member will ask me for a loan. But when it came to friends, there was a couple friends in particular loan them some money, and they would keep asking and keep asking and keep asking and keep asking. And stupidly, I was giving it to them. And I was never getting that money back. You know what I'm saying? So, you count it as a loss. So a lot of people were like, "Well, look, that's your family. You should give it to them. And really not really expect it back. Just give it to them. There really could be something going on, or they may really need the money. This is the second and third. You got a ridiculous amount of money. So it's nothing for you to give it out. It's nothing for you to loan it. Let me tell you something. Because a lot of people think that way. A lot of people, especially when it comes to family, they feel like because you may have it, you have an obligation to give it to them. You're obligated to help them. You're obligated to, and mind you, this is your money. This is what you worked hard to earn. You put in the time, whatever it is you do, you put the time, you put in the effort, you put in the work, and now you're earning the fruits of your labor. And these are people that didn't really, they probably weren't around when you were trying to build something, and when you earn, now here they come with their hands out. And a lot of family members do pull that family card. They do pull that card. Hey, well, I'm blood. I'm bro. I'm cuz. I'm your sister. I'm your aunt, or I'm your uncle. This is that and the third. Whatever, whoever it may be, they will use that and they'll play that card and try to, guilt trip you into giving them the money. And chances are a lot of them may not even feel that they should pay it back because, well, just due to the simple fact that you guys are family. Listen, man, it really all kind of comes down to what's in your heart now and the character of the person, because they were talking about this on the Breakfast Club. It comes down to what's in your heart and the character of the person that's asking. If you know a person is good for it, and you can, I guess, in some capacity trust them, and your heart is in the right place, then by all means, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. God will bless you. Go ahead and do it. But if you're leery and you may have seen this person borrow from other people, and historically they have not been good at paying back loans, now you start to think. Now, I'm not saying don't help them. If they need the help and your heart is in the right place, by all means, help them out. But when you start to see certain patterns of, okay, well, we're going to go to him all the time, or we're going to go to her all the time, and they come up in their mind like, okay, they're going to give it to me because they did it before. That's when you draw a line. Especially if they really not trying to get anything going for themselves to where they ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. If you do it one time, if you give one time, they're going to keep coming back and back and back and back and back and back, which is why the word no is powerful. Don't go broke trying to help anybody else. It's just like how they tell you when you're on a plane, in the event of an emergency, and those face mask things come down from overhead the seats. You have to make sure yours is secure first before you could assist anybody else. So, and don't ever feel like because it's family you have an obligation to do it. That's your money. That's yours. You earned that. It's yours. Therefore, the decision of what you do with it is your decision. Don't let anybody guilt you into doing something that you may not even be comfortable doing. You may not be comfortable lending them $4,800, $5K, $10K, or even $200, especially if they ain't got no job or they ain't doing anything to make any sort of income. Don't feel like you don't let anybody make you feel like you have an obligation to give what's yours to them or to anybody. that's your decision. That's your money. And everybody's intentions ain't good. You know what I'm saying? So, be mindful of that when you're lending things to people. Um, and one thing I am happy to be is a lender. I'm not a borrower. I was at one point, but then I got things together. I'm a lender, but it don't mean hit me up and ask me for bread. It don't mean hit me up. Hey, Keys, I know you got it, or you look like you got it. I just need a little bit of help. Listen, man, that's your money. It's just like the J.G. Wentworth. It's just like the J.G. Wentworth slogan. It's your money. Use it when you need it. If you need it and you ain't got it, well, now you kind of got a problem because you loaned it to a person. And most likely they gonna come up with some sort of song and dance as to why they can't give it back to you. Or they may tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you your money back in 2 weeks. That 2 weeks pass and they go MIA, you don't see them anymore. So everything just kind of come down to what's in a person's heart, and the track record of other people and the character of other people. Nobody is obligated to do anything for anybody. We do nice things for people because we have a kind-hearted spirit. And if we're in the position to where we can help, even if it's not a monumental position, but if you can help in any sort of way, and we do it, you're doing it from the kindness of your heart. You're not doing it for obligation. You're doing it because deep down in your heart, man, if I can do this, and I'm sympathetic to what you got going on, I'm gonna help you. But some people take advantage of that, and they kind of use that all the time to try to get something out of you. So those are the things you got to be careful of and be mindful of. So don't think just because they may have the means to do it that they got an obligation to help you, or they have an obligation to give you something that you can actually get out here and earn for yourself. And I get it. Some people actually do need the help. Okay, cool. Some people really do actually need the help. That's bar none. But when it's all said and done, figuratively and flat out, you don't have an obligation to do anything for anybody. You just don't. And so, but what say you? What y'all think about that? Drop a comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and until next time, hey.